We see a perfect picture. Oops. Oops. All praises to the Most High. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Please give me a one if you can hear me and see me well. Thank you, brothers. Thank you. All right. Well, it seems to me the system is still working well. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for being here. Thank you. We are proceeding to day 9th of the 40-day fast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for praying. Yesterday, of course, was my day, and the mighty one put it in my soul to stand down and get some rest and get certain things in place. Thank you for all of you that pray for me and check for me and make sure the servant was doing okay. Everything is doing all right. Beloved, the situation out there is unbearable for the enemy. You see, there are so many things going on out there, and now a lot of people are panicking, and a lot of people are using feminist term, Or I watched, I didn't watch it, I saw the latest fellow Mr. Stone himself, still. So I get Jack, that. That fellow using term women. It seems like those guys are blaming women now. Yeah, there's a polio outbreak in New York. It seems like after TD Jakes did the whole thing going after black women, and then now this fellow is using term that women you it's very offensive to say something. Oh man, it's very offensive. I didn't listen to the whole message, and I saw the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, come on, man, this is just desperate, man. This dude, Mr. Stone, please stop. It is done. It is done. The mighty won't take the power from you, man. Your blessing is done and things like that. Beloved, a lot of stuff is happening. And over there in what is this place called again? Lake Mead, they find another fourth body because the water is receding more and more and more. Then again, we know that at one point the whole lake will dry up because it wasn't meant to be there. And I believe the beloved brother Big Judah were reading something about the Joseph build the dam and stuff like that. And yes, we have a similar story like that in the book of the Pillar of Fire, where Moeris had the Hebrews build a giant man-made lake, and a lot of Hebrew died while they were making the man-made lake in the city of On. Of course, I'm not going to say the name because it's a name of power. Yes, so all those things going on out there, beloved, it's not pretty. The fire in California is still going on. The fire still going on. It's not stopping, Bridget. Okay, so I might be a part of a small community of people that are seeing time is just not only time is moving fast, Bridget, time is flying. Time is just flying. I was observing the heaven, of course, looking at certain place, and then now I'm getting more understanding. And I noticed something, brothers. 2 days ago, and I went somewhere, and I went somewhere pretty far from the house, and I saw the sun going down. So before I go ahead, I don't want to confuse anyone. Which one of you saw the latest short? It's not a regular video; it's a short. If you have a cell phone, you can see it, about the sun being in Leo. Anybody saw that? Anybody saw the app? Yes, yes, this video. Yes, I am watching something, brothers. When I look towards the west, where the sun was setting up, exactly that day, that sun set down at 8:04. Now let me see what time the sun will go down today. What time does the sun go down today?
Today, the sun will set at 8:02 p.m.
8:02. I watch the sun go down at 8:04. Now every day it seems to me go back 2 minutes, which seems to be natural. Tomorrow it will be 8:01. After tomorrow it will be 8 o'clock. Then it will be 7:59. Then it will be 7:58, 7:57. And until the sun will go down around like 5 o'clock, when we start approaching the summer solstice, of course, the winter solstice, where the darkness have victory over the light, and where the sun is at its lowest part. So while I'm observing the sky, and exactly at 8:04, brothers, exactly 8:04, bam, the sun just go over the horizon and go behind, it go under, according to the app, under the earth. So by the time this fast is done, we got more. We got like, today's the 9th. We got 31 days to go. The sun will probably go around like 7:30, go down 7:30. I'm not quite sure. 7:30. And I'm looking at how the celestial movement is just beautiful. A lot of things that I used to look up. There was a study I was doing in a book that mentioned a specific star that came in at a certain hour, and by mistake, brothers, completely by mistake, we had. You see, the Most High work. He works in mysterious way. He caused an accident to happen in my home involving the kids, and then we could not wash the clothes, the big giant stuff in the house. So we had to go, not using the washing machine in there. So we had to go to a commercial place. So when I get there, it was 24/7. And at this specific time, when I was in the app, so, and I saw the star where it says this thing was supposed to be there according to the book. So when I lift up the phone, I look at it, brothers, that is the exact star with the exact name and the exact position, exactly where it was supposed to be. And I overcome with joy. I'm like, oh, praises to the Most High. Damn. Man, I can't wait until this specific time to do this experiment. This is just beautiful, man. When you have the knowledge of the celestial bodies, it's just beautiful when you're seeing things. I'm like, so that's what that is. I've been seeing this thing ever since I was a little boy, waking up in the middle of the street. So I'm looking at there, and waking up in the middle of the night. I'm looking up there. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful, and it was the exact star, man. So it's beautiful, brothers. Things are moving very fast, and then the nation, we are moving. And as you can see, the enemy is going down. They are going down very, very bad, brothers. They're going down very, very bad, and then it's not doing well. Now they have old man Biden. They just passed a $430 billion for to fight climate change. They just passed a $430 billion to fight climate change. And when our brethren ask, yo, what about that reparation? We don't have it. We need a study. We need this. They said they had some. What's it called? They said a economic package or something like that. And they want to fight the mighty one. Like, how are you going to fight the guy that created the heaven and the earth and everything? You have no power to stand in front of this holiness. You can't. You can't. And it's just when I'm sitting there, I'm watching those people. I'm like, yo, you people have no idea what you're doing, man. So I was watching another video. Okay, now the Christians are watching the sky. All right, they're watching the sky. All your Christians that going online talking about the raptures now. The raptures they talking about they give a date now. They give a date. Somebody sent me a video. One of those dude. He got a fair amount of followers, and then they're watching the Lions Gate, the position of the stars. But they put NASA in front of you. They put NASA. Say NASA, according to NASA, they say this thing over there, that thing over there will happen, and then we're pretty sure there's a strong ability that the rapture will happen in that time. In Exodus, the rapture will happen here in August. According to them, the rapture will happen in August. Okay, man, no problem, though. Oh, they've been giving dates and dates and dates. They give her dates in August, though. It will happen in August, and the guy was like, "Well, it's not me. It's according to NASA and this stuff and things. It's two of them." Somebody sent me a video of a white dude, and then there was like another Spanish dude talking about how the rapture will happen. Okay, how the rapture will happen, and get ready. You see, those people make it seems like there will be a rapture. Pack your bag. You know what? Go check in. Go check your bag in. Go check your bag in. Get ready to be boarded. The plane is moving and we're about to start boarding in the next few minutes. Please get your passport ready, your ticket, your boarding pass ready. Let's get ready to be boarded. And I'm just sitting there and I'm watching those two guys. I'm like, you people still don't get it. It is not up to you to commit all those horrible and heinous crime, and then you decided you're going to go into heaven and then let the whole earth perish for something that you did. Again, the original message that I was given: be at peace. All praises to the Most High. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Be at peace. Stay in a high vibration. You don't need those people to tell you the message. You are the message. You are the clock time. You are the clockwork of this place. All eyes on you. Even though they act like they are not looking. Why? Because all of them wear sunglasses. They all looking at you. They all paying attention to you. You matter. Your prayers matter. Your frequency matter. Because we are moving forward, we raise the frequency of the nation. Therefore, whatever that cannot vibrate in our frequency are being destroyed. When we look at, beloved, the accident that happened over there in California, we look at the people that were involved. Pregnant women. She was pregnant, 8 months pregnant. In fact, she was going to a doctor appointment relating to her baby. She did not survive. The baby did not survive. There was another little baby that was in a baby chair, flew out of the car, and the baby hit the floor. They took the baby, performed CPR. The baby did not survive. You are seeing, brothers, a group of people that are catching hell. It's a horrible and terrible things. Another dude, okay, I don't know who this guy is. He went, he took his, again, that's not, for those of you, you remember there was a guy that went fishing, brothers, with a 5 months old. Who does this? Who does that, bro? With a 5 months old baby, okay? He took the little baby and 3 others, I believe 2 or 3 others. He went fishing. He went by the little lake, and then he ended up taking all of them out. And in another father, brethren, they find this dude in a car with 3 of his children. He blew their heads off. He blew himself off. He blew his head off. You are seeing that the vibration is too high. A lot of people, they cannot function right in it, and they are taking themselves and their family out. You're seeing over there in Cuba a lightning, brothers, strike a gas plant, I believe an oil plant or a gas plant, and the whole thing caught on fire. 17 people went missing, couple people, I believe 2 or 3 people or no more. And that thing going on over there in Gaza and Israel, the whole popcorn snowball going on. It's you see, they don't talk about Ukraine anymore. They act like there is nothing going on. You know why? Because this war is already over. And the so-called Russians are gaining more ground. They don't report anything. They act like this thing is not working. They don't talk about it, brothers, okay? 117 hurt, 26 missing. So those things are happening around the world. Those people act like they just randomly happen. They forgot that you people have done a lot of things. You people have done a lot. You've done horrible and terrible things, heinous crime upon this earth. That is why those things are happening, beloved. Last, before we begin the prayer, I was watching a fellow that live over there in Panama. Okay, family. Okay, they are what you're calling a typical white family that went over there and go live in Panama because they live off grid. They buy a piece of land, and if they go to Panama, whatever judgments that's going to America, because that's what Christian keeps saying. America will be judged and the rest of the world will be safe. America will be judged. America only, because America did everything. He didn't have any associate, any allies, anybody. No one was with it. It's just America. So therefore, if America are going to be destroyed, let me move to Panama. So they moved to Panama. Now they are catching hell, brothers. They are catching hell. Okay, they are catching a lot of people that move to other country, and then they think because this thing that was happening here during post 2019, around 2020, they move out because they thought that was it, and then now they are moving back in. They don't know where to go now because there's so many things going on out there, brethren. All those things to let you know that the Mighty One is working on your behalf. Fear nothing, beloved. Stay in the high vibration. Keep on praying. Keep on practicing. Do your experiment. Seek your Father's face. He is watching you. Do everything in righteousness. Do everything with your heart uncovered. Do the best that you can do because it is working. Ever since we start praying, we start meditating, we start studying. We are information sharer. This brother brought this sister brought that. This is the gathering of the cleanless. The unclean cannot drain us. That is why the Most High give them unto great shame and great reproach. That is why there's that fire burning down the houses. I saw, somebody remind me after the prayer to talk about the cattle over there in Texas, okay? The cattle, okay, in Texas, okay? Today is Monday. The Navajites, please lend us your strength. You are stronger at this time right now. Beloved, let us begin. Great glory, great praise goes unto you, O Adonai, fierce and terrible and horrible King, with your fierce and terrifying power. We come before you as your servant. We kneel before you in great humility and great humbleness. We say thank you for everything that you've been doing for us. And we accept our flaws. We just student. We are children. We are studying. We are coming before you to seek your knowledge and to receive the gift of wisdom. May you look in the midst of the nation and see the one that the heart are truly uncovered, the one that are worthy to wield such power and give it unto us. Oh, yes, we know that the 144 is sealed. We know all your children, that their names already been written in the book of life even before we came here on this physical realm. Yes, indeed. We know we don't have nothing to fear. We don't have to wait on whatever so-called rapture. We know for a fact, mighty one, that you will take us, you will save us. So far, you haven't given us unto great shame and great reproach. So far, the so-called UN haven't invaded here and get our brothers in camp and FEMA camp and gas them and ask them, "Oh, you going to serve Yahweh Shai, or you going to serve the New World Order, whatever crap they are coming?" Yea, they are watching in real time how their prophecy, their lies are falling. Yea, thank you, mighty one, for what you did over there in Kentucky. Yes, we have committed great and horrible and abominable sin before you. We accept, we take full responsibility, full accountability of everything that fell on the back of the nation and on this earth. Yea, the reason why the earth is destroyed, the Gentiles went astray and do all those things is because of our pride, is because we read certain books, we say certain things, we thought we know everything, and then we effed up everything, we went astray from you. Then the Gentiles, you gave them over our heads, you gave us over to them, and they rule over us. And now that the time come for Jacob, and now that the time come for the 12 tribes to rule again, and the mighty one say there's nothing that can stop this, whether you like it, whether you don't, whether you want it, whether you not, the power is being given over to the children of the mighty one. Give the Messiah a great hand, man. Give the Messiah Almighty a hand. Yes, the power is being given back unto us, beloved brothers and sisters. Pray, brethren. Fast, beloved. Repent, correct, move forward. The mighty one is not playing the enemies down. There's nothing he can do. He can't pass bills after bills, stimulus check after stimulus check. They are going down. They are going down for all the sins, all the horrible and terrible things they did upon this earth, for the destruction of the children of the lights. There is nothing they can do that can remedy these things. Oh, Holy One, how great, unsearchable you are. Your mind is too great, too big for the average man to understand, because the average man speak about things that he has no understanding of. The average man think he knows everything. The average man can put time on your timeline and say, after all those things that my ancestor and I done, we will be leaving this earth exactly on August the 22nd. The average looking man, the average being looking like man, think he can come up and say, stop talking about this. Stop looking at the stars. It's evil. Do as I say. Those are demons. Those are the devils. The devil live up there. Don't be looking at it. Come back to my church. Come back to this. The average man know nothing of the mind of the Holy One. Oh, how great, unsearchable you are. We know nothing. At least I don't. At least I don't. We look at men and their little devices and their little technologies, and they come before the mighty one, and they said, I will block the sun. I will put the technology over there. I will control the weather. Yet your lake mead is dry. I can make it rain wherever I go. Yet your fire in California, you're using a helicopter with a bucket stuck under it. I can manufacture disease. I can cure everything. Yet you can't do anything about the CV and that space monkey. I'm going to build CERN and up and controlling food and stuff. Yet you got a food shortage. Yet you got a Legionnaire disease going out. Yet you got the Legionnaire and the polio going out. You can't do hish. You have no power. Stop mocking the Holy One. The Mighty One, look upon us with favor. Look upon us with mercy. Give unto us the gift of wisdom. This is not a little job. This is not a small job, brethren. You are going to inherit the whole world. You are going to inherit power that are beyond any man's imagination. Therefore, you cannot rule this world with the same mindset. You cannot rule this world with the old mindset of the Gentiles. You need the fresh one, the ancient one from the Holy One. You need to keep on moving forward, beloved. I understand a lot of you are afraid. A lot of you feel guilty as if you did something bad. Comparing to what the Gentiles did, you didn't do anything bad. Feel no fear for men. Fear not the elites. Fear not the 1%. Fear not the police. Fear not Jacob trouble. Fear not men. Always know that you belong to a celestial family. You have what they call a guardian angel and 6 other family members. They are all the extension of the mighty one which lives in you. If you vibrated towards them, therefore you are the children of the light, you're part of the light. Likewise, you have a part of the darkness that are in you, certain things that make you do certain crazy things. You vibrated lower, and then you are more on the other side. Then you are the child of the darkness. You do your job, and we will do ours. To the Gentiles that are proud, to the Gentiles that refuse to bow down and come clean and cleaving on, to the Gentiles, to the heathens, the poisoners, the 83s out there that think you can reverse whatever is going on out there. We're here to tell you you want. Not only you want, things are speeding up. The time move faster. Men, technology, and their little devices cannot keep up with the celestial science. You cannot calculate the heavens with earth's science, and you do not have the celestial science. Things are unpredictable, beloved. I myself cannot tell you to run to A, go back to B. I can tell you to do none of that. If it is in your spirit to flee, you flee. I myself, I'll down my 2 feet. I myself won't go back to the church. I will not go back to fear knowledge. No, no, no. If anything that have to kill me out there should be knowledge. Because I'm in search for it. I was destroyed because of lack of it. I'm not gonna sit there and pretend I know all sort of knowledge. But I will leave you with this, beloved. Always seeking. There's always more out there. What we have now is not enough. Our ancestors used to do mighty things, and we will do the same. There must be an answer for what have done to us. There must be justice because there was a great injustice that was causing upon the earth. The whole inhabitant of the earth, they behave as if everything is all right. They behave as if they didn't do anything to us. And then they're expecting everything to go back to normal. Not only things will go back to normal, they'll be better than the way they were. And we say to them, woe unto you. Woe unto you, 83, that congregated together, that associated yourself together and come upon the loin of the mighty one's children and destroy them, took over their land worldwide, changed the names of the land, changed their identity, changed their culture, confuses them, promoted destructive behavior in the midst of them. Woe unto you, you 83, that sit behind your TV, your tablet, phone, and smirk, and think Elon Musk will save you by making a rocket and you will go on Mars, as if you created Mars, as if you have any power to go there. Woe unto you. You think you will go and go under the so-called elite because they are moving to certain places such as New Zealand, Florida, Haiti, and then you will go there. You will just hide with them because somehow they got the knowledge of protection. If your so-called elite were so powerful, why they are fleeing? If your so-called elite were supposed to be the new world order, why they are cowering away, going bunkers? Why they refuse to come up and confront the truth? You will bow down. You will come crawling on your belly like a serpent, just like you are in real life. Spiritual life, you are a serpent, and you will call, you will crawl, you will come, you will beg. You guys are not strong. You're not the backbone. You're not smart. You're not the thinking mind of this earth. You all are a bunch of flunkies and failure. And you have a hell of a lot of minions that are posting things online and glorify your name, making sure that people know everything that happened is because you said so. It's because you push this button. It's because you push that button. It's because your father Satan is doing it. No, everything that happened, it is because of the mighty one ordained it. Great and horrible and terrible king, with great fear and greater respect, I lower myself before you. I bow down and I say thank you for hearing your children at this hour of not alone. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for all the things that you've done for us in the past, the present, and the thing that you surely are doing in the future, but we will be seeing it. Thank you, mighty one, and may your will be done on this earth as in heaven. Selah, so be it. To all the angels, to the Holy Spirit, to the earthly mother, we say thank you. Thank you. Thank you, mother, for protecting us, for providing food when we were hungry, for giving us shelter when we were homeless, for giving us knowledge when we were stupid, ignorant, and dumb, when we lost simplicity, when we are not afraid, when we truly look after dumb stuff, when we look at the easy way. Yea, the poisoners, they put all sort of nonsense out there on social media because they are easy. You see people are doing all sort of nonsense and backward challenge, all sort of dance and twerking, all sort of backwarded stuff because they are easy. They are easy to do, but the work of the mighty one is very complicated. The work of the Holy One is complex. Not everyone can do it. It is, above all, extremely hard. If you don't put your whole heart onto it, you cannot understand it. You cannot do it. If your spirit is not about the spirit of the mighty one, you can't do it. You will go back and do the same thing that they're doing in the church. Going to church every Sunday and dance around and give a little money so the pastor can tell you things, that's easy. But waking up every morning, pray every day, fast, and repent it from the horrible sins that you and your ancestors done, those are hard things. Go unto ground, unto places, uncharted place that you shouldn't be going, but you go in faith, you go in spirit, you go in strength and belief that the mighty one, the angels are walking with you. You go there, you come back sane. Your mind is clear. You have nothing to fear. Those are hard things to do. You know how hard it is to be in this truth? Do you know how hard it is to keep us steadfast and say, I ain't turning back, I'm moving forward? Do you know how impossible it is to resist the temptation of this world? Do you know how hard it is when you come certain power, certain things that the Most High give you? Say, my son, here, both choose wisely. When both choice, you cannot pick neither one nor the other. It's impossible. Do you know how hard it is? That is why a lot of people choose simplicity. They choose to bury their head in the sand. They choose to believe men giving them dates when they're going to be saved. Everybody, every Christian claims Psalm 91 when they never known, and they always reject Psalm 51. Every Christian want to be saved. None of them want to repair the damage that they've done. And you so-called religious folks, you have done a lot of damage and you will pay. Because we had done a lot of damage, we paid in full. This time that is coming out there, it is the time the angel will be in the midst of us. More celestial event will happen. And with each of them, we move closer to the mighty one. Again, beloved, I don't give dates. Some people might think that, well, you say Pluto going to be an Aquarius or whatever. Yes, it will. But I don't give dates and say we will be raptured. we will be out of here. But I know for a fact it will happen. Certain things will happen. But before that, there should and must be a great cataclysm that will happen. And then there will be a group of people that will totally be untouched. Something will be happening that will be so bad, so horrible, the whole world will see it and they will see the results. And then they will say, yay, those, he who sometimes we make fun of, we mock, he was the child of God. They will come and see us at the top of the mountain and say, look, let's go to the mountain of Jacob. Let's go learn the way of his gods. It will happen. In order for this to happen, beloved, the mighty one need your strength, your belief, your prayers. Be not moved. Be dismayed. Let no man bring fear unto you. Do not vibrate in a low vibration. Keep your vibration high. Pray, beloved brothers. Do the best that you can. Command the angels to protect you and protect your house, protect your Holy One, your siblings. Order the demons to stay away from you. You have the power. You can do this. Beloved, it is because of your mood, it is because of your prayers that these whole things are changing. Stay in a high vibration. To the angels, we task you to keep the nation, especially the one that are fasting, in a higher vibration. So we won't lower our shield, so demon will come in the midst of us and attack us, and the Gentile will sit there and laugh. No. To the demons, go in the midst of the Gentiles, the 83s, torment them day and night. Make sure they don't get 1 second of sleep. Make sure everything that play in their mind is the guilt of their ancestors. Give them nothing but hell, suffering, 10 times what they gave unto us. Selah, so be it. By the great, terrible, and horrible name of Adonai, we give you the license to depart. You may go fulfill those things and come back and give us the report, so we may give the mighty one great praise, great glory. Selah, so be it. By the terrible and horrible power of the mighty one vested in me, and he can take it anytime he feel like. I leave all of you in peace. You may go in peace, beloved brothers and sisters. Go in peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Fear no Jacob's trouble. You will not be perishing anymore. No more. The mighty one say enough. He says enough. He says enough upon my children. You will not be destroyed and beat and put back in slavery again. This isn't going to happen. It is time for the wicked to pay for all the atrocious things that they've done upon this face of this beautiful earth. They will pay, beloved. I am not telling any men to look forward for the day of judgment of your enemy. I'm telling you to look now, the day of your redemption, the day that you were saved, the day that you being saved. Plant your strength in the Holy and Mighty One himself. Trust not men. Men are liar. I am a liar because I'm a man. My heart is covered for all sort of reason. Don't trust me. Don't follow me. Don't uphold me to a regard to a certain degree that I'm not supposed to be. I ain't in that level. And I don't think I will ever reach this level. You uphold the Most High God Almighty. You pray unto him. You ask him to guide you. Of course, Big Jafar can give you certain kind of suggestion and advice related to certain personal things. However, I am not the savior, brothers. I cannot save you. But I will tell you this. You are already saved. Just like you're already saved, they already destroyed. They already perish. Keep focusing. Stay in a high vibration. Don't lower yourself. Remember, you are fasting. Remember, you are fasting on behalf of billions of people. It is because of your prayers that this world is still there. As you can see, brethren, things are moving very, very fast. It's just I don't understand why people are not seeing this. Are those people so good at acting they can see this? It's moving so fast. Today is the 8th, a new beginning. Tomorrow the 9th, the Holy Spirit, protection for us, destruction for them. At one point, beloved, we won't be seeing those things that we're seeing here. Again, at one point, those people will break down your door. They will want to stay with you. At one point, you'll be able to walk down the street. You won't see none. The mighty one is removing those people from our land in great numbers. Yea, they act like the CV is no more, as if this thing just goes somewhere. They are boosted, suited, booted, but it still affected them. Gargamel still testing positive, okay? He's still testing positive. All right. There was a house over there in Philadelphia where a whole family lost 10 people. I believe I talked about this the other day. You have the car accidents. Well, now they are saying, well, drugs epidemic, meth, and stuff like that. But we know that's not what that is. We know that's not what that is. We know the judgment is here, beloved. It's everywhere. Every country, every place is everywhere. Nowhere is safe from the might of the Holy One. You will pay for what your ancestors have done. From 1619 to 2019, the 400 years is over, brethren. It is over. Again, I cannot change the message that I was given unto. Beloved, I cannot sit there and telling you I made a mistake. We are indeed going to be destroyed because I don't know, one of you effed up. Okay, one of you went back to the church. We are going to destroy because one guy decided to go to the church and then worship SCHIOEL. I cannot sit there and tell you until all of us get it right perfectly, we will be safe. This is not my area. This is not that. That's yo. This is not my message. This isn't my plan, man. This is the mighty one plan, not mine. And if I ever said or do something that cause anyone grief, that make anyone feel bad, or you think you went astray because I say something, whether I did not tell you to do it, but you do it because I did it, I take full responsibility, full accountability for what happened to you. Your spirit was grieved. I will take this charge upon my own shoulder and bring it to the Holy One. If there's something that I wasn't, because I do this all the time, there are certain things I'm not supposed to share with the people, but I did because certain people are not ready for this information until they get a little bit mature. They do that. But if I did, I'll bring this upon the mighty one and I will be reprimanded for this. It is good to get some correction, reprimandation from the Holy and Great One. But I can tell you with full-hearted that we suffered enough. Our people, we've gone through every single atrocity this world threw at us, yet we're still here. Of course, we will have certain people that look like us, and you will see their faces on the news, and they are going through hell. You will see a group of people out there that look like us, and claim to be us. They are catching a lot of hell. That doesn't mean, brothers, we all will did. Yea, the majority of the people out there don't know what's going on because they are too glued to the Gentiles, always going after the Gentiles and telling them, tell us what's happening. And the Gentiles, brothers, will tell them, nothing is happening. Everything is safe. Repeat after me. Everything is safe. Everything is cool. Everything that's going out there is all lies. You are living inside of a computer. Little aliens is being controlling you. You're doing all right. Beloved, with the bottom of my heart, with the spirit that dwell in me, I will say this. We will not be given unto shame. We will not be given unto reproach. Be not be dismayed. Let not the Gentiles lie sway you. They knew you were going to wake up. That's why there were so many lies in your books. That's why they invited you to come study with them as if they have the knowledge. They don't. Hearken not unto any men, Jews or Gentiles alike, that say, I have the full truth. I will save you. Come to me. Hearken not. Thank you, beloved Hazel, about the cattle in Texas. Now, let's move to the cattle in Texas. Beloved, the enemy is losing his mind. The enemy don't know what to do, where to go, how to do it, who to speak to. There's approximately, I'll leave it somewhere around 200-300 ranchers, okay? Texas ranchers. When we say ranchers, not rangers, but ranchers, okay? All right? There's a video online. I must see if I can play it if I have time. Most likely I don't. There's a video circulating online that the ranchers, brothers, they are selling their cattle out of fear. They are selling their cattle out of fear. Now, you got 3 miles, both sides of the road, with ranchers loaded with their cows, their cattle, brothers, selling them. Why? Because of the drought. 1. 2, because the price of food, well, the hay is astronomical. They are paying double, sometimes triple for certain things that they used to pay like minimum price. They used to have immigrant go ahead, and work for them and then pay them pennies on the dollar. And then they're complaining they black the whole immigrant things. And then now they're selling their cattle out of fear. And guess what? One of them, they say, let me see if I can find a video so I can play it for you, because it is important what the guy said. It is quite important because the dude said it will take years for them to recover. Of course, the Gentiles, beloved, they for them to recover. All right. Let me see. California wildfire update.
To the latest on the wildfires.
All right, let's take a little update while I'm looking for the video. Okay? You will listen to what the fellow said. Hopefully they don't strike me down.
To the latest on the wildfires in our region. The Oak Fire continues to burn, but crews are making progress on it. It's now more than 90% contained and has burned just over 19,000 acres. CAL FIRE gave its last update on this fire Friday. It says full containment is expected very soon. Meanwhile, the McKinney fire in Siskiyou County is still burning, but crews have gained some ground on it in the past 24 hours. The fire is now 40% contained and has burned just over 60,000 acres. It's still the largest fire in our state this year, and it's been burning for just over a week.
A ceasefire agreement to end 3 days of fighting between Israel and Palestinian militants appears to be largely holding. The violence escalated when Israel assassinated a leader from the Islamic Jihad group, which responded by firing dozens of rockets and mortars into Israel. Palestinian officials say dozens of people have been killed in Israeli strikes on Gaza since Friday. From Jerusalem, our Middle East correspondent Yolande Now reports.
A crush of grief for Islamic Jihad's most powerful
our nation is facing right now. But that line wall from nationalbeefwire.com explains the state of the drought in Texas as of summer 2022.
Unbelievable. I was in the auction business. We owned a sale barn for a time. You love a long trailer line, but I have never seen trailer lines like the ones that I've seen here lately, especially the one they had Saturday at Emory, Texas, at Emory Livestock Auction. That is East Texas. The entire state of Texas is horrible dry. We're dry up here in the Texas Panhandle. We're used to it. But you get down there in that Dallas area, central Texas, they're used to a lot of rain. So when they get no rain, it's terrible. The ponds and creeks have dried up. Hearing stories of a lot of wells that have gone dry. They've got no way to water those cattle. Whenever they run out of water, they've got to move cattle. Also, they can't afford hay. And a lot of those pastures are grubbed completely out. And they don't have anything for those cattle to eat. They've got to move them. Hay is exorbitant. You can't afford it. And a lot of people are not even able to put up what little dry hay they got because everything costs so much and diesel costs so much. Everything costs so much. But there's been not enough growth to really put any up. And so we're just against it now. So you remember about 30 years ago, there was a horrible dry summer in Texas, and they had cow buyers going from Minnesota down into Texas to buy cows. Well, we're that bad again. It is terrible. When you've got trailers lined up 100 deep or more to unload or to sell, you start adding that up, it adds up to a lot of stock. You're usually selling somewhere short of 2,000 at Emory Livestock Auction. They had 3,500 there on Saturday. They sold until 5 o'clock in the morning. They had 527 sellers. It was just kind of eye-opening to see over 100 pickups and trailers sitting in that line, and it was unbelievable.
True story, guys. This trailer line was about 30 miles south of me, and I was actually in a...
There you go. Now, why is that, brothers? If we had to put a plague number, which number would be this? A few months ago, a lightning strike and killed 10,000 of your cattle. And now, shit, give me a second. Yo. We're good.
I dropped off 2 cull cows from my farm here. Hay bales are at a minimum of $85 each if you can find them, and I don't think it would be unrealistic to say we could be looking at prices of $100 to $125 per bale by fall. This is going to disrupt the meat supply chain in previously unforeseen ways, and that says a lot for what we've seen in the past 2 years. The cows being sold at the sale barns are ones that would normally be in production, which means they're going to feedlots and ultimately slaughterhouses likely by the end of the year, whereas these cows would have 4 to 5 more productive years on pasture, sometimes more. So instead of producing calves, they're going to be in freezers, which is going to do something good for the very short term. It's going to drive meat prices way down. Next 6 to 12 months, your hamburger is probably going to be a lot more reasonably priced, but I predict one or both of the following will happen by the end of 2023 and into 2024. And number one is that live cattle prices will absolutely explode. We're going to see an inversion. The line of people selling cattle will become a line of people buying cattle to replenish the ranches that were destocked during this time period. Texas is the largest cattle state, and if the wettest area in the largest cattle state is liquidating, it says a lot for what the entire state and ultimately what the entire nation is facing right now. But that line to buy will be shorter, unfortunately, than the line to sell. A lot of ranchers are going to be put under by not only the drought, but just the exorbitant input costs, diesel, fertilizer costs, and more. Second prediction for 2023 and 2024 is an increase in foreign beef imports to make up for the U.S. production deficit. JBS is one of the big 4 meat packers that process 80% of our nation's beef. They are Brazilian owned, and they actually have a processing facility in Argentina that has the capacity to slaughter and process 500,000 head per year. And to be honest, as a business, it wouldn't be a bad idea to draw on that supply to make up for the deficit. Well, but what that does is it becomes a crutch for production. It becomes a crutch for the American consumer, who becomes accustomed to the lower price points that foreign beef does allow for. And so this increased reliance on imports as a result of U.S. production deficit is going to further break down U.S. food infrastructure. And this is where I'm looking straight at you. If you have 3 acres, if you have 5 acres, I want to encourage you, number one, buy the book. Not on Amazon, but at shopshepherdess.com. Go get one of these cheap cows that are on the market right now and raise your own beef. If you guys are interested also in drought proofing your operation, Quality Pasture has a chapter page 188 to 191, dedicated to beginner level drought management tips. And these have been tips that I have implemented for my operation. Both books are available at shopshepherdess.com. Praise the Lord. My pasture is not looking too bad. Now, the regrowth is super slow, and the destocking process has commenced. I am down to just 3 keeper cows from that big herd. I can't find round bales. The rest of the cow herd is going. Sheep are doing great, by the way. Just a little bit of a plug for sheep. They are honestly thriving in these drought-like conditions. If you guys would like a video on how I grew 1,000 pounds of grass-fed beef as an absolute beginner, tap right here and join me there.
So anyway, man, I'm doing.
We begin here at 6 with breaking news, and we do want to warn you before we go any further. This involves the death of 3 children, and you might want to move your kids out of the room. The scene takes us to far west Oklahoma City, where a jogger found the 3 children, all under the age of 7, and their father dead inside of a car. News 4's Taylor Mitchell is live. Taylor, police are at the man's home, which is several blocks away.
Excuse me. I'm not quite sure if you folks hear the conversation that I was having in the phone. If you do, forgive me. There was a lot of cussing in there. So anyway, now you understand what's going on now, beloved? You understand how the fear is upon the enemy, how they are running, brethren. It's getting real, son. It's getting so real out there, man. It's getting so real. It's just, brothers. Now it's of course it's plague number 3. Okay, it's a pestilence that is upon the cattle. Okay, now what they are seeing, brothers, they are seeing a bunch of those cows. Remember, we had a fire in Texas, and also I believe in Oklahoma. Was it in Oklahoma where they were showing the bodies of the cows, how they were burnt, brothers? The cows were burnt to ash, brethren. And then you got all those lightning strike and kill those cows, and they say, well, it was the heat. Okay, well, the heat then. And then now you got those people quickly. They understand that, brothers. They are not selling the cows because of the whole drought thing and stuff. Yes, this is part of it. But they saw what happened to those thousands of cows. Of course, they didn't show you the results. They know for a fact this thing is done. The blessing is done. They know that, brethren. They know. They went, beloved. They see how their cattle are dying. The profit are dropping. They say, you know what? This is the last hoo-ha. Let me go ahead and then let me go ahead and get and give the stuff and sell it. Yes, 2 things that we want to tell the nation. We have the one beloved sister that was dealing, I believe she texts me. She said that one of the experiment works for her involving this thing. Okay? Zip, zip. If you catch our drift, it works. Okay? The sesame seed, the garlic, the 7 stuff, it works. Okay, certain things are not coming over there anymore because it works. It cut them. That's what it is. When you put it in a course against, like we said before, the mighty course belong to us. The holy course belong to us. Okay, and again, it's the 4 element. Okay, again, it's the 4 element. Whether you want it or not, it's voodoo. Okay, and voodoo, guinea mean light, pure light. Your heart have to be pure to get it. The universe have the 4 elements. That is why you got in the meantime while I'm doing this, tell me your zodiac and what element you are. You got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo are fire. Okay, that means there's fire up there. Then you got Virgo, you got Taurus, then you got Capricorn is Earth. Okay, then you got Earth up there. That's a quadrant. There is Earth, and you got Libra, you got Gemini, and you have Gemini. Then you have Aquarius, which is air. Okay, then you got Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, which is water. As long as you get those four elements, as long as they exist, there is life. You can practice energy, of course, magic. As long as they are there, you can have it. This is opening up the four quarters. Okay, the bottom of the course, of course, go in the earth, which is the earth. It representation of the earth. The top of the course go up, which is fire. Okay, the course, believe it or not, brothers, when you put it, when you hold the course like this, it's actually upside down, because the bottom of the course go on the north, where there is earth. The head go on the south, where is fire, and the left go on the west, where there is water, and the right go onto the east, where there is air. Okay, so now once you got all those four elements, there always life out there. The universe is abundant, flourishing, and thriving with lives, all sort of life things, beautiful things, horrible things too. They are all over there. As long as you get those four elements, it is life. There will not be one universe. You will go, you will not find those four elements. They are universal, so to speak. Now, the reason why we're saying this, when the sister take this thing, all right, and she put it in a cross sign, brothers, okay, if you are doing this, I will post a picture the way to do it. Once you do it, wrap it around in a plastic bag, okay? Let me see. Okay, all right. The sister said it works. Okay, she said she no longer have issue, at least with these certain things. Okay, all right, all right. So when you put it in a course light, for instance, so the people, the moderator, please, you may want to put a link to the website where the people can find this experiment. Okay, if you have issue with certain things that working in your house, they have no business of working in there, and I will advise anyone to do it there. Let me explain one more thing before I move in. You're going to need, beloved, a regular Caesar. Okay, that's all. All right, and you're going to need a spoon, and you're going to need a fork. You will open the Caesar, okay, like an X. Of course, the course, again, it's not straight up a course. The course is more like this. It's like an X, because the four energy, they stand, it's like a square. Okay, it's like you have this. Let me see if I can. You have this. The four energy is on the four corner, and then they cross each other. All right, they forming an X. That's why our ancestors wear the cross upon their shoulders. It is always better if you have to wear a cross, you wear it on your shoulder, and it is clockwise, probably at like 60 or 90 degrees. When you have this, the cross on your shoulders, both shoulders tilted a little bit to the 90 or 80, 60 degrees, that means both of your hand have the power of the four element. Okay, when you have the cross in your back, you have the cross in your neck. However, the cross, you have to, there's a proper way, there's a proper word you have to say. We cannot give, we give the word to certain other people, but we cannot give it to anyone out there, because it is powerful. When you have this cross, and anything that you can come up against, you will get rid of it. For instance, you see in the movie, the vampire movie, they always show you they have a cross in their hand. If they show the cross, and then the vampire run and stuff like that, there is a word you actually said when you have the cross in your hand. Okay, just like you have any kind of stuff, whether it's a cross or a pentacle or whatever it is, you can say this word, they will flee. So what you're going to need a scissor. You're going to open the scissor like an X. All right, you're going to put the spoon, the fork in the middle, or the spoon in the middle, and then you put the I don't have a pen here. I do have a pen. Here we go. Let me show you. Forgive me, beloved. We only give those things if the people ask for it. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna write it in this. Let me write it. There we go, in the back of this thing right here. Okay, so can anybody see it? You're going to do this with it. All right. All right. This thing is not working. There you go. There you go. Beloved sister LW Black, let me explain for you. There is another way you can use it much better. All right, give me a second, please. Oh boy, so many problems here. Give me a moment. Oh, damn it. Yep. Yep. There we go. There you go. Once you do this, once you open the scissor, you make it into an X. All right. You put the spoon in it. You put the fork in it. This is called double strength. This is called super strength. All right. This is representation of doubling something. Okay, the cross is strong, but the stars or the asterisks is super strong. Anything that you see with the asterisks in it, this is a very powerful spirit. All right, so the asterisk is very strong. You put it into an asterisk. All right, now you're going to take a red string or red yarn. This is an acrylic yarn that the wife got me at Walmart. I didn't even need all that, okay? I didn't even need all that, okay? All right, this is just what it is. The best way to do it is to take everything. You take the scissor, you put the string in it, and then you tie it. Every time you tie it, you say the words, okay? The word of power. You say the word and the name of this guy and the name of that guy. And then you put the spoon, you tied it, you say the name of this. The power is here. You cannot come. You cannot get in. And then you put the spoon, you tidied it up. You make it beautiful and well made for the women out there. This is your thing, okay? You bind the spirit, okay? Every time you say a word, you speak your things. You say whatever spirit that I can't sleep. You keep bothering me today. You can I'll put you there. The spirit that make my child having nightmare and all that. Brothers, nightmare is good, okay? Nightmare is good. You need to have both dream and nightmares, all right? Nightmares, they are warnings, all right? Just like dreams are good. You got to get both, brethren. You cannot just stop nightmares, okay? Please. All right? All right? You put it like this. You wrap it around, and then you put the spoon, the scissor, the spoon, and the fork. You done it like that, so it's good. Now, you let a nice piece of string in there, and then you take it, you put it inside of a plastic bag, a black plastic bag, so people won't see it, and then you hang it on your door. You hang it in the entrance of your door, or you can put it inside of a little bag. You make it into a little pad. You put it under your pillow. It's gone. It's good. You can put it in your door. You can put it under your pillow. It's good. All right. But you say the word of power. If you're gonna put it under your pillow, you say the word of power. Each word you make the plus sign or the X sign or the cross sign. Okay. You say this word, cross sign, plus sign. That word, cross sign. You do it in front, back, or you do it on the pillow. You do it on the door. That means it's sealed. Whatever. Okay, these words, brothers, they are powerful. I can say them. Okay, whatever whatever thing that are coming inside of your home, coming over there and messing with you and do all those nonsense, they will stay out. Because what you're telling them, you say, if you get close to my home, the Holy Spirit will cut you. And after I cut you, I'm going to eat you with this spoon, and you're going to become food. Come here, and I'll make a dinner out of your ass. That's what you tell the spirit. Well, if you're Aquarius, you are born on Thursday, your element is air. I believe Aquarius is air. And you're a Zedekite. That's what that is. All right. Once you do this, it's done. You put it there. Any demons walking in your house, they'll flee. Anything that keep bothering you, flee. Any neighbor or scumbag that coming in the house and try to, if you have somebody or 2/3 in the house that have a spirit, and that person always fight, the moment that person crosses the threshold of this door, things you'll see the spirit drop. This person will become so nice. They won't even know that. Okay. They won't even know that. Everybody clear? Now, red strings are very powerful, beloved brothers, okay? The reason why I give, the reason why we share this information to you, it was shared unto us. A sister was dealing with certain things, and she asked if she can get certain stuff going on. We help the sister, okay? We now have another sister, another brother and sister, a whole family that are dealing with something that traumatized me as childhood. We help the sister. We're just waiting for what they call this thing again. After the fast, we will give it as knowledge, like I said. Okay. Red strings, they are very powerful. All right. Now, you know what you can do with a red string? You can take this red string. If you have a newborn, you take one garlic, you poke a hole in it, you pass the red string on it, you make it into a necklace. You put it around this child neck, this little baby, okay, or this kid that going to school. Or you can take the red string, you make it, you pass it under garlic, you touch it, anything. Okay, you see the prayers that we gave you, put it, take a pin and attach it inside of your child shirt on the left side. And if they go to school, whatever popcorn, MS they got at that school, it won't affect them. The red strings are very powerful. All right. You are traveling. You take a one piece of garlic, poke a hole in it, put a red string in it, tie it around your hand or something. But I will advise you to cover the garlic with something. Make it beautiful. If you're an artist out there, put it something. Okay, because people will question, like, weird, you got a red string and stuff. Always hide it somewhere the profane won't see it. Okay, all right. Everybody clear on that? That's what the sister said works for her. Okay, it works for the sister. And the sister says she's watching Sandman on Netflix. I thought it was a movie, it turned out to be a show. It's kind of like, when you watch it, like, come on, brothers, I'm watching Sandman. I watched the first episode and the 2 episodes. You know what I'm seeing, brothers? You know what they're starting to do, beloved? It used to be when those people copy our stuff, it's like, yeah, kind of. But when you're watching this, like, wait, this is exactly what we said, exactly what we've been saying it. You people they literally, brothers, and I'm gonna spoil this, okay? In the circle where they trap the spirit, okay, the spirit, where they trap the spirit, the man, which they did it all wrong anyway, they literally put the symbol in there. They put the symbol of Saturn in there. Okay, beloved sister LW Black, you don't have to put this under your pillow, okay? If to put it under pillow, I will highly advise that you tidied it up with a red string. Okay, you tied it up with a red string, you put it under your pillow. Okay, always tidy it up so they won't move when you're sleeping. And then you can put it on your door, put it in a plastic bag, put it there nice and cool. Somebody say, what is this? Say, oh, some kind of like mosquito repellent stuff repellent. It repels mosquito, rats, roaches, bed bugs, and stuff like that. Yes, you can put it in her backpack, but not with the scissor, of course. No, the garlic. But you have to activate it. You have to tell it what to do. Of course, the whole 9 yard, turn off, fiat lux. Somebody wrote that down. When you're lighting your candle, you say fiat lux. Let it be light. In the beginning, there is light. Once you do this, you put it there, whatever, and then you take the garlic, you tell it, you command it, because the spirit is in you. You just tell it, do as I say. And then that's it. Say, you would protect my child. Anybody, if my child have a bully, whatever this bully going to do to my daughter, my son, may it happen to this bully. Don't be your child come back. Don't let the child know that, of course. Don't be surprised when you come back. Your child come back. You say, this bully that he got hit by a car, or his dad choked him, or his mom plunged a sword in his back and killed him. Okay. So now, anyway. When I'm watching Saint Men, brothers, the first episode, I'm like, man, you people are watching hard. You people are like the Noga heights, but you vibrated on the lower side. You see what they did, brothers? In the episode where they trapped the spirit in the circle, not only they trace a double circle, which I never seen those people did before. They never did that. They always trace a circle, and then they put the pentagram, the micropentagram, the little pentagram. We'll call it the microcosm. Okay, that's how you refer to the little pentagram, the microcosm. Okay, the big one, the 620 star, the Star of David, you call it macrocosm. All right, somebody write that down so the nation can do it. Okay, microcosm is the little one. I will highly advise every single one of you get a little pentagram, consecrated. By Michael in it, no more demonic attack. Okay, I will talk about the little pentagram much more. It's very powerful, but it's perverted. Okay, if the little pentagram, or aka the microcosm is upside down, you are inviting demon in. When you see those rock and roll rock star have the little pentagram or Baphomet upside down, they are calling demon in, which they've already perverted this thing, man. It's a great symbol of protection, man. And you people, scumbag made that thing evil, which is a great thing. When the macrocosm, okay, is up, okay, all right, there's macrocosm and macrocosm. Microcosm is the little small pentagram, the 5 star, which is the representation of men, and the 6-pointed star, the Star of David, the Star of Solomon, is macrocosm, is a representation of who. Okay, the things that you can do with them, I will advise you to, before anything, always use the microcosm. The macrocosm is too. All right, then. Now, in the thing, brother, in the movie, in the TV show, brother, they made this thing exactly the way we were talking about it. Not only that, it shows you the spirit that was in there was so powerless. As powerless, it could not even speak. And guess what, brothers? I kid you not. The moment the guy make the demon of the spirit, he make not the demons, he make a demand. He ask, give me eternal life, give me eternal youth, give me wealth. And the guy literally, brothers, I'm not kidding. He literally said, you are asking me for something that I do not possess, nor I can give unto you. You human are freaking out of your mind. This is exactly the phrase we were talking about. This thing come from here, brothers. When we talk about like when those demons, when you come to them, you ask them for wealth and stuff, which they can't go against because there is a law the Most High put in the book of Genesis that say a man shall live because of the sweat on the sweat of his brow, because that means every single thing that you need to get, you're gonna have to work for it one way or another. You cannot just go ahead and that's why that when you ask those spirit to do things like that, they say, "Oh, you out of your fucking mind. I ain't gonna break the law for you." And if they're gonna break the law for you, you're going to go with them. That's why when you go to them, they tell you the moment you come up to those guys, they say, you get out. You can't be here. He can come, you cannot. They literally put it in there. The guy said, "You are asking me something that I do not possess, that is out of my reach to give unto you." That's what he says, brothers. I'm not making this up. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. When the spirit got freed, anybody remember how the spirit got freed? Anybody remember that? What caused the spirit? How did the spirit got freed? After 100 years, okay, they captured the spirit 100 years, which you really can't do that when it comes to this thing. Okay, Genesis 3:19, and the sweat of thy face shall thou eat bread. Okay, thank you, Lucky Gillespie. You see what happened with the wheelchair? It was symbolic, okay? Those people, they never did anything like that, brothers. You never seen them anything like that. I pretty much watched all those magic movies. They never did. Yes, the circle was working by the chair, and of course, you see what they did there. Anybody see that? You see what they did with the guy that was pushing the wheelchair and that fellow. You see you see what kind of hat they put on their head. You see what happened? The moment the dude lie down, I seen it coming. I seen it. I knew it. The guy lie down up on the grass. The dude came in like right in his face. He like, hey, have you ever read Vile Body? I'm like, oh, come on, man. There you go, man. There you go. I mean, the guy, and it, brothers, they did it. They think it's a good thing, but it actually turned out to be an insult. It actually turned out to be an insult, brothers. Yeah, even the black woman, even Cain and Abel. When you're watching Cain and Abel, you're like, wait, those are two. Yeah, those are a couple. That's not brothers. That's not brotherly love. When you're watching this thing, you're like, hey, man, this is a brotherly love, man. Come on, man. Cain and Abel, Abel and Cain. And then the moment the dude lie down on the floor and the other dude pop up right on top of him and then say, hey, you need a hand? And I'm like, oh, man, they're putting the hat on his head, man. Why they are doing my man like this? And, of course, they bring a black man to be the so-called the wife. And then he put the hat on, put it on this dude. At the end, it's like, darling, let's go. I'm like, come on, man, just... man, leave them. You could have left them in single, okay? You could have given the hint he's not interested. No, they make this dude live 100 years. I mean, the whole thing, I'm like, come on, I can't watch this show anymore, man. The show was doing pretty well and stuff. They made the typical black women being the slave of this dude, the master, my lord. Do you know you could get killed if a slave, or not, well, a subject referred to the king as my lord? Or they say anything like you, or even they referred anything close. When you're talking to a king, you never refer to this king as my lord. Only close friends or other noble refer to the king as my lord or your lordship. You refer to his greatness as his excellency. And you never said, because you told me to say it. You said, because his mighty one commands it. I did this. You never use the word I and you or we. You just speak you just said, because the mighty one spoke it, the man servant did it, or the servant did it. His holiness speak it, the servant did. And I see they were talking like, you guys, You can see the swagger jack. You can see everything. It's just like the whole thing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Brothers, listen, even the scene where this fellow went and meet, brothers, those three Circes and the 3 and 1, and I got to go meet the 3 and 1 and the 1 and 3. It was so corny. I'm like, yo, you guys, oh man, you guys are swagger jacking so bad. It's cringy. Yeah, I'm watching this and I'm like, yo, man, that thing is so cringy. But again, what they meant, they meant it as like they are promoting the whole cowboyism stuff. It came out as an insult, brothers. You know how it came out as an insult? This man was so weak. You spent like somewhere around 100 years. You never got an answer. Your father didn't know what he was doing. He called up this spirit. He had no idea how to control it. He didn't even get the right spirit. He tried to call death. He got dream. That's what happened to the Gentiles. And then he decided, I will keep this thing there for 100 years. And the other mistake that they make when they went to the spiritual realm, it seems like the whole realm destroyed. It doesn't work like that. 100 years for you is like a second for them. That is why in a cartoon, Young Justice, when Malefa Hafak and the son of Joel, the son of Captain, the son of General Zod, they captured Metron, and then they were torturing Metron, and then he looked at the son of General Zod, look at Malefa Hak, he say, well, we are killing him. He will talk. He's breaking down. Malefa Hak look at he said, are you out of your mind? He's immortal. He can wait you out. That was the most powerful word. He said, are you sure you want to do this? He's immortal. He can wait you out. You can torture these guys for 3,000 years. He won't die, and you won't live 3,000 years. You know what the guy said? The father said, well, if you refuse to answer me, you're going to stay there forever. I'm gonna keep you there. To you, it's 100 years. You spent a bunch of money, a bunch of energy on a thing that you only capture for like 1 second. To him, it's like 1 second. Every second is 100 years for them. You cut that thing for 4 seconds for 400 years. And the whole thing, I'm like, come on, man. You guys don't know. Anyway, whatever, man. You do your thing. You swagger jack. We'll tell the truth. Anyway, beloved brothers and sisters. Yeah, the whole thing, brothers. You know, the whole thing. I'm watching the whole thing. I'm like, come on. I stopped watching because certain things did not sit right with me. I got offended. I'm like, come on, man. You could have just make this dude crazy. But again, another scene, and that's in the part 2, where the other dude came in, another guy that from the dream, where he was Nightmare. And when Nightmare came in and threatened this woman, okay, he threatened her. He said, oh, you don't know who I am. I can do this, I can do that to you. And she said, are you sure? He said, I don't need any protection because I got this. And she pulled out her pentacle and showed him the pentacle. And the pentacle literally destroyed this dude. I'm like, come on now, man. Come on, man. Somebody in episode 7. Yeah, I can't finish watching. I can't finish watching, man. Yeah, I can't, man. Yeah, the whole thing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, come on, man. You people. Oh, man. Which shows you the Gentiles, they really don't know what they are doing. They pretend, just like, you know what the guy said? When the boy came in to open the door for the doctor in the beginning, he said, I'm here to see Bradrick. He said, well, he doesn't like when you call it like that. He prefer the title. Somebody remember the title. Somebody put it in there. You show you how delusional. He said, the boy said, well, don't call him that. You may want to refer to him as D. And then you know what it means? It means that. And I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, that's what Black Superman 779. He said he preferred the word the magus. It means the sorcerer. You got to be kidding me. You put the title of the great magus, which means the great magician. That's what it means. You put the title of the great magus upon you. You swagger jack a grimoire, which you have no idea how to use it. And when you call this spirit, you didn't even call the right spirit. You call dream instead of death. You're not a magus, man. This guy, yeah, he proudly stand there like, oh, hey, all of you, call me Magus, all right? I'm a Magus, nigga, walking around here. People don't refer me to my first name, nigga. Call me Magus, as if he was like, yeah, he was a Magi, Magus. He was none of that. He was an amateur. Remember, brothers, the Spirit literally said, I was caged by an amateur. That guy didn't even know what, he has no idea how much damage that he's done to his world. He said, if you knew what you have done to your world, you wouldn't do it. And then the guy standing there, I'm a Margus, call me Margus and stuff like that, because they read a book. They read 2 books. That's how the Gentiles are. He was an idiot. That guy was an idiot. And then you see how he died? That guy died in the most funniest way. Yeah, that guy died in the most funniest way. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me, man. Yeah, the whole thing, brothers, I'm watching this. I'm like, wait, that's the pride of the Gentiles. They put title upon themselves because it sounds grand. It sounds grand. Grandeur, hey, I'm Magus here. I'm the sorcerer supreme and this and that. He didn't know what he was doing. When he called the Spirit, when the Spirit came, and then you know what he did? He sent the boy to go get it. And the details, the way those people made it, it was so detailing. I'm like, nah, you people could not think, you Gentiles don't think like this. That's not how you think. This is not how you think, okay? You literally ripped us from our people. Yeah, that guy was so confused and prideful and stuff like that. He didn't know anything. He didn't know anything. He put this great title upon him. He didn't even know anything. He was a coward. I mean, the whole thing. You know what? You know how he didn't know anything? A true magus, a true sorcerer would have never done anything like that. And if they did, they would have made the Spirit talk. Because they would have used word and say, by the name of this guy, by the name of this Holy One, you will speak, you will talk. And the Spirit was compelled, they would have speak. He didn't say anything. He keeps saying, will you give me wealth? We'll show you the true typical way of Gentiles when they call the Spirit, and then they know how to call them, they don't know how to send them back. That's what happened to Gentiles. They call the Spirit, they ask for wealth, money, and stuff, and they don't know how to send the Spirit back in peace. The whole thing was a giant mind. I stopped at episode 2. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Cain and Abel, the way they make Cain, they make Abel. The moment Abel starts talking, you can feel he was raining, he got wet, he got so, the Abel was so moist and wet. That guy was speaking, oh, I'm like, come on, this is Cain and Abel, man. Of course, I have no love for Cain, but come on, man. You make those 2 brothers, brethren. You make them, they are not brothers. That's not what that is. That's not brotherly love, the way those guys are living together. Oh, come on, man. Yeah. Again, just to close, I keep saying this. When they go to the 3 and 1 and 1 and 3, the guy said, well, you always, man, fuck you people, man. You people stole everything. He said, he went to, when the black women said, the servant, the slave said, well, my lord, are you sure what you're going to give the 3 and 1 and 1 and 3? He said, well, you cannot go sit them, we'll give them something, which we literally said here. We literally said, like, you cannot go to any spirit, whatever that spirit, whether it's evil or good, you have to bring something. It's a courtesy. Those people never done anything like that. You never watch their movies there or whatever they do. They are so detailed. I'm like, wow, this thing is so detailed. What? How? Yeah, man. It's just like, I'm like, yeah, you people, man. You people swagger jack the whole thing, man. You know, which shows you if our people, we got the money that we need to get, we can make things that are better and greater than this. Beloved, my apology. I got carried away a little. I will leave you in peace. You may want to watch this show. It's called Sandman. It's on Netflix. Somebody say, Mr. Brown, Mrs. Brown is on Prime, Amazon Prime too. There is one called Mrs. Brown. Put the right name in there. I will leave you with peace. Yeah, man, the whole thing, man. I'm like, yo, I don't want to finish watching this thing. I'm offended. I feel offended, you know, man. But it's a great show, man, which shows you how those people are listening, they're watching, they're learning. Okay, what's the name of that show again on Amazon Prime? Mrs. Brown, Mr. Brown, Brown Girl, Brown Girl on Prime Time. Brown Girl. You know, they could call it Black Girl. You know, Brown Girl. Okay, may the king reign forever, brothers. You go in peace. All right, we had a great time. You know, this was supposed to be done yesterday, but I done it today. Yeah, man, it's just the whole thing was like, I'm gonna have to finish watching it whenever somebody, when you get in a part, you see that, you know, of course, this is like straight up Swagger Jack. Let me know and I can watch it, because the whole thing, I'm like, oh, come on, man. Spriggan was good. Spriggan, they didn't have that whole cowboyism stuff in there. They got a little of it, but you know, it's pretty good, you know. Yeah, it's like, the whole thing, man. All right, beloved, I say thank you for watching. You go in peace, and I will see you whenever the mighty one says so. Continue the fast. We are on day 9th. Okay, we will go ahead and finish this fast. Once we finish, we'll take a break. Selah, at least I will take a break. Selah, so be it. All praises to the Most High.